There are two kids playing soccer. Right now, Drew is 20 meters south from me. He starts dribbling at 5 meters per second north for 3 seconds.
At the same time, Audrey tries to get open by going 7 meters per second east for 3 seconds. What is the rate of change of the distance between them after 3 seconds?
To show the situation, I drew this picture. Since this is a triangle length problem, I made the equation to solve z squared equals x squared plus y squared. Now, I differentiated this equation to get 2z times dz over dt equals 2x times dx over dt plus 2y times dy over dt. So now let's figure out the variables so we can solve for dz over dt, which is what we want to know. What we already do know is that the time is 3 seconds and dx over dt is 7 meters per second because I was going 7 meters per second east, and that's positive. And dy over dt is 5 meters per second because Drew was going 5 meters per second north, and that's positive because north is positive too. So to figure out the x and y variables, since it was 3 seconds, you would just do 7 meters per second times 3 seconds to get 21 meters, and that's our x variable. To get the y variable, you would do 5 meters per second times 3 seconds, which would get 15 meters per second. 15 meters. But Drew started 20 meters south, so you would do negative 20 plus the 15 meters that he ran, and that would equal negative 5 meters, which would be the y variable. So now the only variable that we don't know is the z, which I use the Pythagorean theorem to solve for. So z squared equals x squared plus y squared. 21 squared is 441, and negative 5 squared is 25. So you add those up and put them in the square root to get the square root of 466. Now we can plug all of those in to our equation, and we would get 2 times the square root of 466 times dz over dt equals 2 times 21, which is our x, times 7, which is our dx over dt, plus 2 negative 5, which is our y, times 5, which is our dy over dt. And then when you multiply 2 times 21 times 7, you would get 294. 2 times negative 5 times 5 is negative 50. And then when you subtract those, you get 244, and then divide by 2 square root of 466. And then when you put that in the calculator, you would get 5.565 meters per second. So after 3 seconds, the rate of change of the distance between Drew and I was 5.6 meters per second.
Yeah!